Hello. You haven't updated your slogan.
It's fine. We can leave it there.
Okay, sure. That slightly irks me, but we'll move on. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Cup, where you can come to us first to quench your thirst on all things tele. Um, Hi, I'm Lewis. I was gonna think I didn't even consider my intro before we went live. But um let me think. Um uh Close your toilet lids, everyone. Okay, right. That was terrible. Go ahead.
And I am Aneesa Long, also known as Sam Danby, also known as Sam Monteverde. Your casual Filipino Canadian Korea boo from Holborn, Scarborough, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Um, and I would just like to say, do I fucking look like a dickhead? I don't know.
Oh, what you got in your hand there?
I have a cup mug. Yes, in case you are watching for the first time or the nth time, we do sell our own merch, such as this mug, and I believe we also have baseball caps kind of thing or trucker hats. I don't remember which one it was, but it's like it's a hat, a head accessory. It's like a hat, some kind of hat.
You know what I'm gonna do after we finish being live and stuff? I'm going to go to lanagcreations.etsy.com and see the full range of cup merchandise that we have on offer. And then I'm going to suggest some more merchandise ideas to Lana because there's some things that I would love to have that are cup branded.
Like a
Um,
mug.
no, because I don't drink mugs. I don't drink from mugs. The only mug that I have on my desk right now is a Big Brother mug that I don't use, but I had it on hand for when we first went live for Big Brother UK here on the Cup. Because this was a cute little thing that I bought in 2018 when the last Big Brother UK season was on.
Ah,
Um, but I don't use it anymore. I don't drink mugs. I don't drink from mugs. It's not something I do. I don't drink hot drinks. That's rarely something. The only no, I don't drink hot drinks at all. If I am having coffee, it's iced coffee, and I don't drink iced coffee from a mug. Anyway, hi everyone, welcome back to the Cup. We're covering Big Brother UK, the week 3 eviction. Well, we're also covering Thursday's episode and Friday's episode because that's all that we missed so far on the Cup. Um, so we begin with Thursday's episode, and I made my notes on my phone. You entertain the audience whilst I go run to get my phone.
sure. Not sure how am able to. Thankfully that wasn't
Okay,
so.
thank you, Sam. All right, so let's begin with Thursday's episode. Thursday's episode, we began with.
The
Uh,
first thing I have in my notes. Oh wait, no, actually no, I didn't take notes from that. I took notes from the next episode. So
yes, you took Friday, I took Thursday.
yes,
Thursday, Kerry was conscious of the get Kerry out possibilities again, the possibilities of them chanting get Kerry out once again on Friday's eviction. Um, and then Hallie told her that all you've done that might rub people the wrong way is speak your mind. I mean, she certainly rubbed people the wrong way by speaking her mind.
yeah. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. More specifically about your right leaning um, political
Views,
stance.
stances.
Yeah. Um, that I can. That's. I can't speak for everyone, but that's something that pissed me off. But also, something that's really irritated me about Kerry is her over emotional responses to
Yeah,
mute things.
yeah, and it's been meant, and like there have been other housemates in that have brought that up, not to her face, but like they have brought it up in diary rooms or with like other people.
Yeah.
I know Maddie was someone who brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
I specifically remember him because I believe that's that was one of his nominations, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Maddie,
I will double check that.
and I will double check. I've got it right here. Matty nominated Kerry for having disproportionate responses to minor inconveniences. Exactly.
Well, there we go. So yeah, yeah, it
Her, yeah.
that's
She sorry. She also, I think she tries to have her hand in everything that happens in that house.
yes, and I think that's the main thing that people in the house sense as well. Like those are the two main things of why they're kind of rubbed the wrong way by Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sometimes coming off as like fake, if you will.
Okay.
Saying one thing to like a certain group of people, saying another thing to another group of people.
Sure. Right. Next thing I picked up on was Jordan and Matty having a conversation about Henry. Um, I remember the quote from Matty: "Let him be jealous; it keeps him on his toes." We're getting into a territory that I don't like with this trio.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, um, the one I enjoy the most out of that trio is Henry, which is surprising me. If you had told me that I'd be saying that 3 weeks ago, I'd be no.
right.
Um, this,
But I've noticed throughout these like two episodes that, and we'll talk about the eviction episode, but later. But we are getting a lot of screen time, and this seems to be becoming like a like more of a major story, if you
mm-hmm,
will.
it
This
is.
whole like Henry, Maddie, Jordan, whatever they have going on.
I mean, what do we think? I don't know if there is a bigger storyline than that right now.
Actually, that probably is the biggest storyline.
Yeah, I can't tell. I can't name something that is probably having a bigger impact on the house. I don't know. Yeah, in regards to storylines, that's probably the most prominent storyline going on right now.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, we're getting to a territory we don't like. I'm going to bring it up again later on in this same episode, and then again in Friday's episode. I made a few notes on Friday's episode. Then we had Olivia in the diary room, essentially asking why. Okay, love the fact that everyone was surrounding Yinren during her time in jail. Where was everyone when me and Hallie were in jail? They were all inside eating their cottage pies and stuff. Why did no one make time and effort to come and see me and Hallie and accompany both of us?
right.
Do we think that's a fair assessment of the situation? Do we think?
I I understand how she feels. I understand, and I think it is slightly justified. Like I think she has every right to feel that way. Although I will say as well, the way she said that, I couldn't tell if it was like a lighthearted thing or if it was like very personal.
I think she made it sound lighthearted, but I think it was a real
Yeah.
qualm that she had.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think she took issue with anyone going out there for Yunman. She was even out there herself.
Mm,
But I still feel like she selfishly wanted that same response when she was in jail herself.
for sure.
Um, Trish. And I want to talk about how all three nominees responded to being nominated. I think Trish had the most mature response out of the three.
I think I would say so. I mean, she knew it was coming,
Yeah,
and I think she was very much prepared for that.
yeah.
Hence the responses that she's
Hmm.
given.
And I found this conversation very interesting. She said it's so important for us three to have visibility on these platforms. So
Yeah.
for me, it's quite tough to go against those communities. And then Jordan was able to um, put into perspective that it's not you're going against these communities.
Hmm.
We don't like it's the public voting. We don't know what's gonna happen, but whatever happens is there's a reason for everything. Um, Something like that. But no, I loved that conversation. That
I really did like that. I enjoyed that conversation as well.
for how Jordan presents himself, he does have very. Jordan's a character. He,
Again, like we brought up numerous times before, Jordan has a lot of layers.
yeah, but like this was nice and refreshing to see from someone who does tend to. Um,
Come up as like stoic, right? Kind of thing, and almost
yeah,
like yeah. And we've known good and well at this point. He's definitely not, but he just likes to put up that front.
exactly.
Um, and I love that. I love seeing that he puts that down with Trish. I think out of everyone in the house, I think you see him at his most vulnerable with Trish.
Right. And then we had him opening up about his dad. Um, he said he retired as a heroin addict, and then that confused everyone. He has quite a manner in the way he talks. Um,
Yeah, I think even before that, he mentioned that he has like a whole bunch of siblings,
yeah,
and more so like half siblings. But
I think
me
there's
personally, I would still say they're your siblings because
yeah, he got half siblings, but he doesn't know any of them
yeah,
because I'm guessing there was some sort of distance between him and his dad.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, talking about how his dad died, but he still didn't. He didn't attend the funeral. Which I mean,
he
I can't
he
even
did
like if you're that distant from your dad, you're not going to make effort to right.
it's. But I'm sure there's still like a part in him that's like, oh, my dad has passed, kind of thing, and it sucks, and it kind of and that sucks.
I don't
You
know
know?
if I don't know if he feels it does suck. I think personally, if thank fuck I have a great relationship with both my mum and dad, but if my dad did not make that effort with me, then sucks to suck, and I'm fine living my life without
That's
that.
fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think kind of the disposition I have is just I don't know what that's like because you know uh, I also have like a solid relationship with both my parents.
Uh-huh.
So and he does also mention like in that same conversation like oh I don't even know if they even held a funeral for him.
Oh,
I remember that he said
yeah.
yeah.
Well, um, I don't think from the way he talked about him, I don't think it's affecting him.
It doesn't seem to be affecting him.
No. But it was just an interesting. It was interesting to see him open up like about that in that way, about
Hmm.
his dad having a heroin addiction. and how little he actually, I don't know, probably not. I don't know if he knew his dad or whatever. Anyway, it was a nice conversation. We move on to the task of the day, which was a runway task sponsored by Vinted.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people online had a problem with this. I personally did not mind it. Get that
So,
product placement in.
okay. What was the problem with it? Because I
The
don't.
product placement. People online did
Oh,
not like
that's
the fact
it?
that, yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind this kind of stuff. I don't mind Vinted sponsoring a challenge or something like that. I don't mind Big Brother Canada having a Wendy's
Yeah,
parlor.
because I'm like, for me, I'm not too phased by that because I'm like, oh, if it's a product placement, like Big Brother Canada does that like all the time
Yeah.
with the Wendy's, the
Hmm.
those twists,
Yeah.
you know.
I didn't take any issue with that, so I'm surprised there was that kind of response online. But I loved this task, the way they had to navigate the runway and they got gunged every time they stepped on some wrong tile.
I
Uh,
think this is the most fun I've seen like them have as a collective.
right. The outfits were incredible. The response to when they saw that they were just wearing pure white, and then they were like, "Oh," and then when they got onto the catwalk, they were like, "Oh."
Yeah, they're like, oh, we
um,
don't want to get the strong girls, we're gonna get sprayed, and we're wearing white.
um, so in the end, the people that made it to the end of the runway were, and I didn't write this down, so I'm just gonna Jordan,
Yes,
Matty,
yes,
Olivia,
yes.
Hallie,
Hallie did.
Noki,
Naki did. Yes, she did.
Trish.
Yes,
I'm nearly there. Paul.
he did not. I don't remember him going.
There's two that I'm missing.
Dylan went.
Dylan, yep, and one more,
Chanel.
Chanel. Great. So yeah, all of them made it to the pre-loved party, which is a play on the whole Vinted thing being pre-loved clothes.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, ended that task. Beautiful task. Loved them having fun. It was nice and refreshing to see a task where I have a big issue with this season, where a lot of the tasks and a lot of what Big Brother is putting on is manufacturing drama. Whereas I prefer the drama to come up naturally. So, for instance, the
Right.
house meeting.
Yeah.
For instance, there's something else. There was something else that manufactured drama as well. I can't remember. House meeting. There's something that's
You know what it could be? It probably could be like the party games at the very beginning.
that's also manufactured
But
drama, but
that's
also it
more
was episode 1. I didn't care that much.
right.
Um, there's also something coming up in the next episode that's coming up. That's going on
Yeah.
right now. Well, it's about to wrap up the episode that's happening right now, and we're gonna have to catch up after we've done this. There's this thing that's taken from Big Brother Australia called the God, what's it called? It's like a machine, it's like a vending machine, venting machine. It's a venting machine.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I saw a sneak peek of that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hate that. Stop trying to encourage manufactured drama, because where there's enough drama going on naturally, we don't need you to, you know.
Okay. I don't mind it, but I think where the manufactured drama comes out is them like putting it on the big screen in the house.
I mean, it happens, and it's happening. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The venting machine is going up on the big screen.
Yes. Yeah. And they showed that on in the sneak peek. So.
Yeah, I don't like it. I really don't like it. Everything's happen. I prefer drama to happen naturally, not through production.
Exactly.
Um, Anyway, we come out of the runway, and Dylan goes straight to the shower. Kerry is not a happy bunny.
A lot of people are. There were some people that were like, "Oh, let Carrie go first. Let
I,
Carrie go first."
and honestly, I'm like, no. Dylan got there. He's disabled as well. You can't just expect him to give up a place in the disabled shower just because Kerry is, I don't know, less able. I don't even know if that's, but like,
I, I,
he got there first.
yeah, because I did. I remember like hearing them be like, "Oh, if Carrie doesn't go first, she's fucked with the machine." Because obviously that machine had a bit of like was squared a bit too, I believe.
but
But
you
like,
don't need to shower the machine, right?
no, I I forget, but I remember just hearing that comment of like, "Oh, if she doesn't go first, she's fucked."
Yeah, that was a stupid comment. Um, and by the time that they actually requested Dylan to let Kerry go first, he was already down to his
Underwear,
underwear. Just let him take a. It's gonna take like 3 to 4 minutes maximum, surely.
right?
Um, God, I don't know, ridiculous. Anyway, we get to the party. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's enjoying the pre-loved party. Uh, the people in the house not quite enjoying not being a part of the party. Jenkin missing out on a bit on Sweet Melodies by Little Mix. That diary room was the best I've seen out of
That
Jenkin.
was I love that diary. You know, honestly, I could go the entire season alone with Jenkins one-liners. He has amazing
He
one-liners.
has amazing one-liners. It's just I set myself up thinking Jenkin would be so fun. I don't think he's as fun as I imagined he would be.
Fair.
I think he's very negative, and I don't like that.
Mm,
Like his personality is very negative. I enjoy the one-liners, but he's just such a mood hoover.
mm.
Um, and then we also get Henry. I loved this DR by Henry. He was so open about the fact that he was missing Jordan, and he was jealous of, like selfishly, like he was jealous of not being in the party and spending more time with Jordan. That was sweet.
That was really sweet.
I
I love on the
appreciate
other hand that Yinrin was like, I don't really mind. Alcohol's not really my thing.
right. But yeah, I really appreciated Henry's openness in that diary room session.
Yes.
And then we had Jordan and Matty tickling each other, whatnot, messing around. That scene where I don't know if this was Thursday's episode, wasn't it? Where they ran
They
into
ran
the
down the
corridor.
corridor like
Yeah,
right when Henry was about to like walk through.
yeah.
Yes, that was Thursday.
That was, you can tell the editors are doing this so well. The way that you get the juxtaposition of Jordan and Matty having their fun and Henry like silently seething that he's not having the same sort of fun with them.
Yeah, and we get that a lot, especially
Yeah.
throughout these two episodes.
So that's all I've got for Thursday. We
I
move
think
on.
that's yeah, I think that's really where that episode ends, and it's just a whole bunch of just Jordan, Maddie, Henry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we get to Friday's episode.
Friday's episode.
Let me
Yeah.
get my notes up real quick. And it is definite that I missed some stuff. So if you're watching, feel free to comment down below some moments that you feel like we have not highlighted, but you would like to highlight yourself. Um, so we wake up and we see Dylan is upset about someone cooking chicken at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Find
I
out
can't remember who that was.
it was Trish.
Trish. I can't even say I'm surprised at this point.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, his complaint was that Trish is hogging up a bunch of the chicken for herself, kind of
Hmm.
thing. So he ended up like I ended up getting this quote down, but he said, um, the problem isn't that we or like he said we ordered food right. You're just eating like a bunch of dickheads.
Right.
And he said that kind of venting towards Carrie.
Hmm.
Um so yeah, afterwards we get this lovely conversation with Maddie and Jordan in front of Henry and Yinrun, and typical editing fashion around that triangle. Uh Maddie and Jordan are talking the way they usually do. Henry feels awkward. Yinrun's sitting there with Henry.
Hmm.
Oh, and then I think there was some moment I don't remember that we're immediately skipping over now. So, um,
Yeah, I'm picked up on. I don't know if this is the same thing. Jordan, Matty, and Henry. I remember them three being in the mezzanine together.
yes. Well, I think that was later on in the
Yeah.
episode, but
Okay.
I'm quite not there yet. I
Cool.
just I I'm probably gonna get all these out of order, but I also do remember not putting this in my notes, but it is coming to me. Trish ends up having like a diary room session where she kind of opens up a lot about her journey coming to the UK,
Hmm.
especially as like a Congolese refugee.
Yep.
Um, and that was really it was really touching to hear, and I love that we're getting that side of her again,
Yep.
except in a lot more depth.
Hmm. Definitely.
Hmm. Um, let's see. Oh, and I think we get some moment with Henry and Jordan. I forget what it is, but Jenkin has like a brief like diary room moment, and I got one of his one-liners saying, "I've already planned what I'm wearing for their wedding."
That was nice. That was funny. Yeah, I did see. I did hear that. I do remember that.
Yes. And then we've also got Dylan in the DR saying, "No one in the house is listening," and basically about like the whole kitchen situation, and cleaning up after themselves and making sure all the food is proportionized,
Right.
until I suppose the next shopping budget.
Hmm.
Um, and we also in this same diary room section, he also opens up about being an amputee and representing for those that relate to him. Um,
Yep.
and I really love that we get that. We finally get that.
Hmm.
Like
No.
I feel like this is finally a moment where he's opened up, and this is the first time we're ever seeing like a vulnerable side of him.
Yeah. I mean, this edit was so beautiful in highlighting all three nominees and um their reasons for being in the house.
Yeah,
Um, so Trish with the whole being a refugee, fleeing a country that was under evil dictatorship, um, coming to a place like the UK, thinking it's the escape that she needed, but still finding that there's still racism and horrible discourse around people moving into the UK to get away from hardship.
yeah,
Um, in the same way, Dylan having that DR about being an amputee and representing for the amputees. In the same way, we also get a DR from Hallie in the same episode about being a transgender woman and the what the Big Brother experience has done for her. Um, and it's the one quote that she says that there's something along the lines of "We're all from this same uh,
oh,
mess." called Life or something like that.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what she said.
Such a good, yeah. The editing on this episode was pure and great. Yeah. Anything else? I don't know if
I think some of the other stuff that I caught were a bit minor, but I did enjoy these conversations anyways.
right.
But we get this conversation. I just love. Oh, also shout out to these like setups that Big Brother, whoever is writing the script for Big Brother,
Mm-hmm.
like for the Big Brother voice themselves, kind of thing.
For Marcus or for Marcus is the one that's like 904. Or do you mean the actual
Yes,
people? Yeah, Marcus
yes,
Bentley. Yeah.
yes. No, I just love the setups going into kind of the Big Brother, these Big Brother housemates.
Mm-hmm.
So I just remember this specifically because obviously it's such an obscure conversation.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, Carrie has a question on her mind.
No, it was Jenkin.
No, it was Carrie.
It was Jenkin. Wait, what question?
What are butt plugs?
Oh, what are butt plugs? I thought we were bringing up Jenkin. I can't remember if this is Thursday's episode or Friday's episode. It was like, Jenkin has a question. Is that a wet patch on your?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and like Chanel's like blow drying Dylan's ass.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was funny.
No, they had that conversation about butt plugs. I do remember that.
Yes, and I just love that Olivia especially is talking in depth about her experience with butt plugs and all the butt plugs she's done with.
Yeah, done
Um,
with.
played
She's
with?
played with. That probably
Played with.
Yeah.
It's a toy. Yes, played with. I just love that Olivia ends up like getting just like a bottle of nail polish, being like, "Oh, this could also be like a butt plug. It's a really small one, but it's also like feasible." And throughout this entire moment, it's just Carrie like being grossed out by
completely
it
grossed out by it.
and being like, I just love Jenkin being like, Carrie, you're a mother. Of course you've like experienced sex before.
Right. God, I think her reaction was slightly TV rather than.
It's very TV coded.
It's very TV because, like, I don't think she was reacting like that purely. I think she was like, "Oh, if I overreact to this, it will be characteristic, and like I've got cameras on me and stuff." She's literally a mother. She's dealt with worse
Yes.
than that. Anyway,
She's a mother as while she works for the NHS. So like,
bro, is there anything else before Kiss Cam?
really the only thing I have in between is just the fact that Jordan and Maddie get a good amount of screen time.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's really about it. We get to the
Right.
kiss cam.
Kiss Cam. Few things to pick up on. Jordan not up for it.
Jordan, yeah. So they had to kiss. They had to go into the diary room, and they had to kiss like a clear screen, kind of like the gossip music video in like Måneskin's gossip music video kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. Have you got any paper? Have you got a pen and paper?
A pen and paper. Sure. We're gonna see.
I don't know why I'm doing it like this.
Okay. Let me get a pen. I don't know what we're doing, but
we are voting for the best kisser of the Kiss Cam.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Ooh.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh wait, I'm between two.
One. You can only pick one.
Okay. I'm just gonna make sure it's like very visible
Okay.
so that it shows on camera. Because I know if I just do the one stroke, it's not gonna show. Okay.
Right. Ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Ah! Hallie and Olivia.
Olivia did have a. I was actually between Hallie and Trish.
Trish was fun. Trish is. Yeah, I loved Henry's one line. I love Trish, no
Henry's was
nonsense.
good. I had Henry in my
Henry was
mind too.
good. Henry's was good. I loved Emo and Humans was so cute.
You know, just be like,
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
it's two X's.
The kisses. Oh, uh,
Let's see. Yeah, so I got Yinren quote like talking about Maddie's kisses being cute, as in like adorable. She's like, "Oh, it's so cute." Jordan doesn't kiss. Paul strips. Uh,
yeah.
Trish takes off her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Urine kissing two exes.
Yeah.
And is there anything else you would like to highlight, Lewis?
I mean, I know, just this creates some drama, which I did not
This
anticipate.
this did. Um, but ultimately at the end of this challenge, if you will, Paul and Hallie win a pamper party.
Yeah, they both got the most votes, so they got a pamper party. It's worth noting that Paul originally wrote down Olivia, then wiped it out and put Tom. And then the drama out of that is Noki then went to tell Olivia that Paul originally put her name down and then wiped it out and changed it to Tom. And then Olivia, and then Chanel tells Paul that Noki had told Olivia that, and then Olivia and Paul have a conversation about
A lot of he said, she said,
yeah.
and then it goes back to Olivia and Paul.
Yeah. The issue that the main issue out of that was created, the issue that was presented by Noki or Olivia, I can't remember who, is that he's got a girlfriend on the outside, which
Yes.
I did not know about that until that episode.
I ended up reading an article about that, so yes, I did know that.
And like girls, they want to be secure in knowing that their boyfriend are not going. I don't know. Anything can look like.
I remember Naki saying like, "Oh, girls, they want to make sure they have that reassurance as much as
Exactly.
they can."
Yeah. And then Paul's like, they don't know my girlfriend like I know my girlfriend, so I don't know why they're commenting. It's not
Right.
their shit. What do we make of that whole situation?
It kind of goes back to kind of just the ant task of like, oh, Paul's relationship with Olivia versus Paul's relationship with Naki.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, Paul being like, oh, Olivia and I, like, we're close like that. Like, oh, this is how we banter kind of thing. But when it's coming from Naki, because they don't banter like that, it's different.
Right. Yeah. It's, I mean, it's a precarious thing. I don't think it's as deep as it got made out to be, because it's literally you're just playing a game.
Yeah.
And I mean, Olivia literally, but then when Paul changed it, then it became a thing. I don't think it would have been a thing if Paul just wrote Olivia's name and then stuck with it.
Right.
It's interesting. And I mean, Olivia just showed off during her kissing. So I mean, Tom literally did nothing. So I don't know. I would have respected Olivia as an answer more so than Tom. But that's
right.
just literally just a kissing game. I don't know.
Right.
And then
also, like, mind you, like Olivia like fully knows that Paul has a girlfriend outside of the house.
Right.
And is being like very respectful of that. Obviously, she hasn't really made any moves on him.
No,
We just see
I mean,
that they have like a brother sister bond.
she says like nothing is ever reciprocated.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah,
But like, yeah. Anything else pre-eviction? I mean, Jordan, Matty, Henry in the mezzanine. That was um interesting. Henry, Jordan, and Henry then having a bit of chat, and Matty in the middle, and that was awkward in some sort of way, but also okay.
yeah. I believe we also get this like moment between Jordan and Henry where like Jordan's
Oh
talking about his
yeah,
like whatever he's got going on with Maddie and kind of how he feels about it.
sure. And then we end with them kissing on the lips, as Will
Yeah.
Best pointed out.
Yes.
Um, I am concerned. I know I did watch your podcast with Logan about him possibly wanting them three to be a throuple. I
It's not happening.
don't. It's not happening. It's not
We
happening.
know good and well it's not happening.
But my concern now, and I'm I'm starting to go off Jordan. Unfortunately, I
Mm-hmm.
I, I loved him at the start. He was one of my favorites going into this week. I'm really starting to dislike him because of this whole situation with Matty and Henry and the implications of that for Henry. I'm worried that Henry's gonna get hurt.
Yeah. And I think ever since we saw them, it's always been a worry of mine as well. Ever
Yeah.
since kind of Maddie came into the equation.
And I don't want that for Henry. I um I do think that Jordan's playing around a bit too much with this um situation with both Matty and Henry. I wish, and that's the thing though. Jordan is he hides himself, and he's not someone to be outright black and white about how he feels about something. And as long as he's this person and this character, then the water's gonna still be muddied, and this situation is just gonna brew and brew and brew and brew, and then eventually someone's gonna get hurt by it, and I'm concerned it's gonna be Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Matty, I mean, he's in an open relationship. I don't think he's gonna be as hurt as Henry is.
Yeah.
Bless me.
Bless you.
Um, and I don't know. Jordan's playing around with Henry's heart too much. I think.
I I would agree with that, unfortunately. I will admit, like I I I was like okay, with it at the beginning, but this week in particular, because we saw so much of like Jordan and Maddie being like, "Oh no, you do that, no, you do that," and it's like, you know, um, it just got awkward to watch, especially every time Henry comes and then he walks away,
Yeah,
after what he had witnessed.
yeah. It's a very difficult watch, especially with that DR from Henry, knowing that how he was open about how he misses Jordan during that party, but then
Mm-hmm.
knowing that in the background of that, Jordan and Matty are getting up to what they're getting up to. Yeah, it's very difficult, and I sympathize with Henry a lot.
Yeah,
It's definitely something to keep an eye on in the next week. Um, and then Hallie, I mean, we get to the eviction.
get Carrie out, get Paul out. One
Get
girl said get Naki out.
Yeah, she can like be barred from every live show as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, um, and then AJ announces that the third housemate to be evicted is Hallie.
I didn't want it to be Hallie, but I'm not surprised that it's Hallie.
Yeah, if Logan was here, he'd be.
We would get a Logan rant.
We'd be getting a rant right now. I am thoroughly disappointed because I feel like Hallie was only just blossoming
I agree.
on the show.
And I thought she was pretty entertaining as well.
Yes, and I believe that the reason for if this was a vote to save rather than a vote to evict, she'd be in that house still.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
with it being a vote to evict, it absolutely drew a certain crowd to all pile votes on Hallie.
Hmm.
The transphobes of the UK, and it's difficult. It's difficult to watch, especially in a world like today where trans people
Or found
have
upon.
are frowned upon. Well, yeah, well, trans people have been frowned upon before, and then it felt like we were becoming a progressive world, and then in the last few years, it became a lot more regressive again, and it's horrible and it's disgusting to watch, and I don't know, it's frustrating.
It is.
But Hallie was an amazing character and a character, not even just. And I hate using the word character. She was an amazing human,
She
and
was.
she is an amazing human. She's not dead,
She's not.
but but no, I enjoyed Hallie on the show, and I wish she was still there.
Hmm. I think she should really. I think she should be proud of her time,
Completely.
despite the
Uh,
real breaks. But yes,
Even with the rule breaks, I enjoyed the fact
I
that we had.
did. I did enjoy that too.
I enjoyed having rule breaks. They felt
Oh,
good.
sorry. This makes me think as well. There was a moment of like a bit more icebreakers as well. Because they do icebreakers on the couch a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Um, they ended up having this moment of like being like, oh, who are you proudest of?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I believe someone said Hallie, I believe, or unless
Yeah,
Hallie said someone.
I
I
can't
don't
remember.
remember. But afterwards, Jordan says Trish,
Yeah, that was nice.
and I think that was this week my favorite moment of Jordan's,
Yeah.
because we never get to see that side of him, and I think
Mhm.
that's kind of the most like vulnerable I've seen him.
Vulnerable and just sentimental. It was nice.
Sentimental, I think, is a
Yeah.
better word. Yeah, you're right.
Um. But yeah. So that's week 3 in the books. We move on to week 4 after this, and we don't know much about this week apart from we have had some information through the media about something that is happening this week. And I had a suspicion that this would be happening, and I don't. This wasn't on the show. We found out through the media, through the newspapers. So I'm going to tell you. We were concerned with how many housemates there were in a 6-week series.
Yes,
We're still at
13 left.
13 with 3 weeks left. This coming Tuesday is a certain Halloween.
It is Halloween.
There's a task going on for Halloween, themed around Halloween, and someone is going to become possessed.
Possessed.
Yes, possessed. Don't know what that means. I don't know what the full breakdown of that is, but what I do know is the possessed housemate is going to have some sort of power.
Okay.
They're going to choose 3 housemates to face a public vote midweek on Halloween.
Ah.
The public vote will happen after tomorrow night's Late and Live. Whoever gets evicted from the public vote It's not going to face an audience. They're not going to go out the normal way. They're going out through the back door.
Oh,
So yeah, backdoor eviction happening on Halloween. Also, I do know that as part of this Halloween shopping task, whatever, Farida, Zach, and Hallie are returning to the house in some sort of way, shape, or form.
interesting.
That's as far as they're telling us. That's as much as they're letting us know. So I'm very intrigued to find out what happens.
I'm also intrigued. Okay, so I'm just gonna speculate and think if they're doing an eviction midweek, let's say they do another eviction on their usual time. So going into week 5, we would have 11 left.
Yes. That'll be then. It'll be. I still can't make sense of it. So I'm imagining a final of six housemates.
Like 5 or 6 housemates, yes.
Six is the usual final number.
Right.
So I don't know what's going to happen. They've got a lot to do in the next few weeks. What we also know now is that every eviction is now going to simulcast on both ITV2 and ITV1. So that's fun. Love that they're putting that much that effort into Big Brother UK. Anything else happening? Yeah, venting machine tomorrow. Farida and Harley and Zach returning for the task. Possessed housemate. I don't know how someone's going to become possessed. I am concerned for some people because this is possible. I mean, we've seen what happens with a public vote and 3 people are nominated.
Yes.
I hope that the possessed housemate is not one of the following. Kerry. I hope that Paul's not possessed. I hope that Tom's not possessed. I hope that I really hope that Jenkins not possessed because I wouldn't mind seeing him go, to be honest.
Fair. Okay.
I said Tom, didn't I? Yeah.
You did say Tom.
Dylan needs to be gone. I think I was concerned that this eviction was the only time that Dylan would face a public vote, but this is another chance. But beyond that, I don't know if Dylan's going to be up again.
Yeah.
Anything else? No, I think that covers it.
I think that covers it.
I'm very intrigued to find out what is actually going to happen.
As am I.
There's a lot going on in this Halloween week at Big Brother UK. So yeah, Halloween. It's spooky. Someone's going to get evicted, but not the way that they hope for. Someone's literally going to go through the diary room and then exit to no audience, no interview, no nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I would hate that.
I would also hate that.
God. Right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to give us a like. If you did not like our discussion, hit the thumbs down button, but hit it twice or something like that. Let us know down below who you are a fan of, who you're not a fan of, who you think should have been evicted. Do you think the right person was evicted? Do you think Hallie was the right person to be evicted? Why? Do you think it should have been Trish? Do you think it should have been Dylan? Let us know why. Who do you want to be the winner of Big Brother UK? Who do you want to be backdoored in this backdoored? When I say backdoored, it's not big backdoored in the Big Brother US sense. It's literally going through the back door. Who do you want to be evicted in the least ceremonious way?
Yeah.
Let us know down below, and we'll see you on Thursday, where we will know who the person that was evicted the back door route, and who might be getting evicted on Friday. Crazy. Get your cup merch. Go to linagcreations.etsy.com. Follow the cup, myself and Sam, Aneesa, down below. And we'll see you next time.